Jehovah's Witnesses registered without child molesting. Asked to see their child protection policy. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting.
Who's knocking at your door?
Look what they think about child protection policies. Look.
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported.
Policies they throw.
They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile. They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you. And your children. They seem harmless enough, but you may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters. Child molesters.
Child molesting.
In some cases, such ones can even attain positions of trusted authority. Watchtower's instructions for dealing with accusations of child abuse insist that there must be 2 or 3 eyewitnesses to any such abuse, and that no action can be taken if there is only 1 witness. In other words, unless someone other than the child witnessed the abuse, nothing will be done.
That's what
Parents in the congregation will not automatically be warned that a child molester is in their midst. The authorities will not automatically be called. Much more interesting. Keep hiding the 2-witness rule. We're here to safeguard the children. I'm going to get something a little bit louder. Turn it up a little bit.
The old woman's back, were ya? Hey, playing about. Hey, playing about.
Who's knocking at your door?
Hey.
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported. They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile.
Covering up.
They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you and your children. They seem harmless enough, but you may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters. In some cases, such ones can even attain positions of trusted authority.
That's wrong grammar. That's the wrong.
Well, excuse me, sir, I was taken out of school because I was a Jehovah's Witness when I was brought up and they didn't like me going to school.
No.
Yeah, so that is wrong grammar because I never went to grammar.
Hey.
Yeah, so anyway, I'll carry on. Watchtower's instructions for dealing with accusations of child abuse insist that there must be 2 or 3 eyewitnesses to any such abuse, and that no action can be taken if there's only 1 witness. I feel sorry for the victim. In other words, unless someone other than the child witnessed the abuse, nothing will be done. Parents in the congregation will not automatically be warned that a child molester is in their midst. The authorities will not automatically be called unless required by law, and children cannot be certain of protection.
Oh, it's Monaco, isn't it?
Worse still, an accused child molester will still be expected to get involved in the preaching work, which means there is no way to tell for sure whether the witness on your doorstep is a child molester or not. What should I do? If you suspect a child is being abused in any way, call the police first. They are trained to deal with these situations and will be able to offer proper assistance. And the next time one of Jehovah's Witnesses knocks at your door, ask them to explain their policy that hides predators and leaves children as their easy prey. If the accused denies the accusation, the investigating elders should try to arrange a meeting with him and the accuser together. If the accused continues to deny the accusation of the single witness and the wrongdoing not established, the elders will leave matters in Jehovah's hands. Watchtower policy, leave it in God's hands unless compelled to do so by law.
And where she was touched, how did she feel? Is that what you do about child molesting?
You like to go on this?
Ignore it, carry on talking about other things because you think because you don't care about child molesting and children of Jehovah's Witnesses. Is that right? Is that
Who's knocking at your door?
to it?
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported.
cover it all.
They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile.
Turn on the victim, fellowship them, do
They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you.
So they,
And your children. They may seem harmless enough,
do that.
but you may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters. In some cases, such ones can even attain positions of trusted authority, like these men standing here on the gate.
You elders are sending
Watchtower's instructions for dealing with accusations of child abuse insist that there must be 2 or 3 eyewitnesses to any such abuse, and that no action can be taken if there is only one witness.
Themselves because of your policy of shunning. You insist on your congregation.
Leave it in Jehovah's hands.
They talk to their children who's disfellowshipped. You threaten to disfellowship them. Would Jesus act like that? Would Jesus act like that?
Have a go on that. I can hear you then.
Have some fun.
Go on.
Have some fun, yeah. Would Jesus, with a little kiddie, come crying to Jesus?
Who's knocking on your door?
By a Jehovah's Witness, would Jesus insist that that poor innocent victim have to describe all what happened to her? Would that poor little victim, would Jesus sit down and interrogate that poor innocent little victim? Ask where she was touched, how it felt. Was there 2 witnesses? And then the elders say there must be 2 witnesses. That's what Watchtown Bible Tract Society says. That's what the Bible says. There must be 2 witnesses. Then they persecute the poor victim because they've got no 2 witnesses. And then the child molester they simply send on to another congregation with confidential files and papers following. Confidential. Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the courts because they allow child molesters to go freely from door to door. And they lock their little people in. Look, they pull them in and shut the gate. Would Jesus be a doorkeeper?
They're not very good at opening and closing gates.
A doorkeeper. Look at these men, doorkeepers. Come in. Come in. And we shut the door behind you. And it's very Christian, isn't it? We make it a nice big gate so people can't climb over it. And learn about Jesus and Jehovah. Come on, tell us about Jesus and Jehovah then. Come on. Would Jesus treat children like the way your Watchtown Bible and Tract Society treats Jesus? Would he? Would Jesus make a poor innocent victim sit down and explain all what happened to her in front of the perpetrator? These elders make sure that the child molester sits there with the child. Yes. And then they ask, where's their 2 witnesses? Yes, that's what they do. Brother Let keeps saying, doesn't he? Governing body, Brother Let, we got more going out than we have coming in. Yeah, because they keep having to pay for all these child molesting cases in the courts and out of courts. Please give more money because you've got to pay for all this child molesting going on. What the elders are sanctioning, what the elders are sending round secretly. Child molesters.
A smile on that man's face.
Pay more money, please. Brother Let says there's more going out than there is coming in. Yeah, there's more going out through the courts. They're having to pay for child molesting. Elders turning their back on child molesting. The people of Folkestone have child molesters sent out from this congregation from door to door. It's wrong. Stop it. How's that, lads?
Not bad.
You
Not
just
bad.
ignore it like you do child molesting, eh, lads? Eh? Is that your policy? Just ignore it. Be a good example like Jesus. Eh? Being like Jesus, are you? Jesus the doorkeeper.
Is he opening the gates
Jesus the
here?
doorkeeper. Eh? Eh? Jesus the doorkeeper. Oh, we made a mistake. It must have been Jehovah's Spirit, eh? Eh?
I like
Jehovah's
it.
Spirit.
How
Brother,
do they find it all so funny?
going out than there is coming in.
Who's knocking at your door?
happened to pay.
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported. They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile.
$28 million.
They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you and your children. You may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters. In some cases, such ones can even attain positions of trusted authority.
Then there is coming in bad investment.
Watchtower's instructions for dealing with accusations of child abuse insist that there must be 2 or 3 eyewitnesses to any such abuse. That no action can be taken if there is only 1 witness. In other words, unless someone other than the child witnessed the abuse, nothing will be done. Parents in the congregation will not automatically be warned that there is a child molester in their midst. The authorities will not automatically be called unless required by law. And children cannot be certain of protection. Worse still, an accused child molester will still be expected to get involved in the preaching work, which means that there is no way to tell for sure whether the witness on your doorstep is a child molester or not.
How did it feel with the child molester sitting right there in front of them because the elders have insisted on it? You guys have been covering up child molesting and you're going to be in the courts for it. David Cameron says that he's going to hold responsible those men who cover up child molesting. They are going to be held accountable for it, dragged through the courts. Your elders have covered up child molesting. They've sent out confidential files all over the place. Your elders have covered up child molesting. How can you trust these men? They say they're following Jesus. Look at them. Like gatekeepers they are.
Yeah.
You're allowed in, you're locked out.
Do your job.
You're allowed out, you're locked out. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting. Jehovah's Witnesses believe why is Brother Let asking for more money when the end of the system is coming very soon?
That lady there was just playing a violin, Derek.
Why does Jehovah need all this money? Everything belongs to Jehovah. Why
They're all laughing and smiling at child molestering. What is that all about? You know you're being filmed right now. You know you're going to be put on YouTube. What are you going to be looking like?
Millions in the high courts.
We're here to protect the children, and you sit there and smile on the other side of the gate. You shudders. You don't listen to us. I'm not this fellow. You can talk to me.
Looking after his organisation. This organisation will never go.
Can't you talk to me? I'm not disfellowed.
Brother Let, more going out than there is coming in.
And I'm not an apostate.
Please give more money. We've got to pay all this money for child molesting cases, for all these bad investments going wrong. All these bad investments.
Gate man, would you like to open the gate?
Futures market. Yeah, Watchtower Bible.
There's another lamb in.
You've not been so careful with your contributions.
Please tell us about Jesus. We demand you. Please tell us. Do you worship Jesus? Do you worship Jesus? Please tell us about Jesus. Tell us about Jehovah. We want to know about Jehovah.
Would you like to read this?
Come on, you Jehovah's
Would you like to read that?
Are meant to have the
share it
truth.
with your children.
Please tell us.
No,
You've
it's
got
the truth.
Please share it
no.
with us. Will you elders please share it with us? Share us it.
What is that? It's these gate people.
Spiritual things.
You need to get better men on the gate because they're a bit of a slow reaction.
Spiritually. Please, we're his lost sheep, Jehovah's lost sheep. Please, we're Christians. Please help us. Please help us.
Roger back, mate.
Do you not help us, please? Are you elders? You know all about Jesus and about Jehovah.
Who's knocking on your door?
Please help us. Please help us.
Yeah. Yeah, cover up the child molester and even more. Yeah. Good, isn't it?
Talk to us about Jesus, please. You're Christians. You're a charity.
Would you go to the police if your child was molested?
Talk to us about charitable things. Please be charitable to us. Please, like Jesus. Are you like Jesus? You look like Jesus.
with that smile on your face.
You're acting like Jesus now, are you?
Why'd you back
You're
then?
acting like Jesus. Please help us. Please feed us.
Who's knocking on your door?
Spiritual
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported.
Jesus.
They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile. They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you. And your children. They seem harmless enough. You may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters.
Push me out, please.
And they stand there smiling.
Push me out. You're a charity. You're a charity. Please
Off that bit of curb, mate.
Talk to me about Jesus, please.
Yeah, mind your
please.
precious. Yeah.
Please talk to me about.
Please talk to me about Jesus. When a little kiddie comes to you crying and said they've been molested by one of Jehovah's Witnesses, please don't let the elders keep sitting them down with the molester and interrogating them how they.
But the gate man likes to do his job.
Where were they touched? How did he feel about it?
The amount of money you get, I'll get some electric gates.
Please phone the police.
Would you like to open the gates for the people coming in, please?
Yeah, you're not an elder. You're not allowed to be a gatekeeper. Go on. You're not in good standing. What have you been doing, eh? Playing away from home?
Hey?
We can film you too, sir.
Yeah, it's nice. Yeah, Jehovah's Witnesses regularly send out child molesters.
Who's knocking at your door? It could be an abuser that's gone unreported. They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile. They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you.
Jehovah's Witnesses regularly cover up child molesting. Please
awake this time.
Your children. Ask to see their child protection.
We're here to protect the children.
Don't leave your children with elders and
such a bad thing?
servants.
All
Don't
happy
let them
smiles
go
on the other side of the gates, you know. We're here for child molesting.
Unless the people have been vetted.
Check that they're not child molesters.
You got this.
Check
Thank
that they're
you.
not
Top
child
elder.
molesters. Ask to see the congregation's child protection policy. Ask to see their child protection policy. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly sit down victims of child molesting and make them sit with the molester and make them explain what went on and how they felt. And then they insist on 2 witnesses, and when there isn't 2 witnesses they say that the child must be lying. Would Jesus do that? Would Jesus sit down with a poor innocent victim crying because they've been molested? Would Jesus insist that they'd say what happened in front of the molester? And would Jesus insist on 2 witnesses? Would Jesus do that? Brother Let keeps saying there's more going out than there is coming in. Well, yes, they need more money because of bad investments in the futures market. Because of all the sex molestation cases in the courts. Yeah, all the sex molestation cases in the court. Jehovah's Witnesses regularly send out child molesters. Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the courts because of child molesting. Your elders have allowed child molesters to freely frequent Jehovah's Witnesses kingdom halls around the country, around the world, interfering with poor innocent little children. Your elders have covered it all up. Would Jesus cover it all up? Would Jesus sweep it under the carpet so as not to get the bad publicity? Is that what Jesus would do? Would Jesus tolerate all this child molesting? Would Jesus keep out paying millions in the courts and then sending Brother Let on telly to ask if there's more going out than there is coming in? There's more going out than there is coming in. And at the new assembly you're going to see poor old Sophia dreaming about an ice cream. And then when she's made to feel guilty, she gives her ice cream money to Jehovah, to Brother Let, because there's more going out than there is coming in.
That is terrible.
Going out in child molestation compensation, because your elders have allowed child molesters to freely frequent kingdom halls around the country.
Hey, please tell us about Jesus, will you, mate? Do you know about Jesus? You're a charity, are you, mate? Please, mate, you're a charity. You're a charity, aren't you, mate? Aren't you meant to be like Jesus? Please tell us about Jehovah. Tell me about the Bible, mate. Please, mate.
You know it makes
Can
sense.
you not please tell us?
It does. Ask to see their child protection policy. Oh, sure. Please report all child molesting to the police.
Rule that allows child molesters to go round freely
From one congregation to another, and Jehovah's Witnesses can keep sweeping it under the carpet. We're fed up with Jehovah's Witnesses sending known child molesters from door to door. Please stop sending them. Have them vetted to make sure they're safe to work with children. This is what the elders think about your child protection policy. Please tell us about your child protection policy. If you're elders, please show us your child protection policy. You just turn your back on us, do you? Is that what kind of charity you are?
Who's knocking on your door? It could be an abuser that's gone unreported. They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile. They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you and your children.
Very charitable. Thank you.
They seem harmless enough, but you may be shocked to learn that the Watchtower organisation of Jehovah's Witnesses has policies in place that can actually serve to safeguard the identity of child molesters.
About the Bible, please.
In some cases, such ones can even attain positions of trusted authority. Watchtower's instructions for dealing with accusations of child abuse insist that there must be 2 or 3 eyewitnesses.
Tell me now. Please tell me now. Tell me now.
To any such abuse, and that no action can be taken if there is only one witness.
Now. Hey, please tell me now. Hey, please tell me
Mind
now.
your back, mate, mind your back.
Tell us about Jehovah. Tell us about Jesus. Tell us the truth. Tell us the truth about shunning.
Mind your back, Del.
Tell us the truth about shunning, eh? Tell us the truth about...
Who's knocking at your door?
Child molesting.
Watch out of the way, Del.
Yeah, tell us the truth about all this money going into the courts to pay for child molestation compensation. Tell us about that. Come on,
Protect your sheep.
What a good charity you are. What a loving charity.
Oh, don't want to lose them.
What a loving charity. And they very charitable. Yes. All your donations you've been giving for 30 years, you fall on hard times and ask the Watchtower Bible and Tract Society to give you a little bit of money back to help you over hard times.
Not much said about the court case today, then.
See what kind of response you get. Jehovah's Witnesses are paying out millions in the High Courts. They're paying out millions out of court settlements.
Would you like a leaflet?
So as you don't get to know about it and you don't get to read about it in your newspaper.
Yeah.
Jehovah's Witnesses, Brother Let keeps saying there's more going out than there is coming in. Yeah, because they're having to pay for all this child molesting. You elders covering up child molesting. Pack it in, phone the police. If a kiddie comes to you, says they've been molested,
10 o'clock.
Yeah.
ask
The
to
meeting's
see the
about to
police.
start. We are going to phone the police because you will be disrupting a
Do
public
you
meeting.
mind saying that to me, please?
It's 10 o'clock.
Yes.
The public
Mr.
meeting
O'Hare, my name is, yes.
will be starting
Yes.
and we will be phoning the police.
Because I'm
Oh,
a member
okay.
of the public, am I allowed to come in?
Your invitation has been revoked
Why is that? For what reason?
because you will be disturbing the meeting.
What, if I was to sit quietly, I'd be disturbing the meeting? Could you explain to me how? Some latecomers to the meeting. She looks like she just got out of bed.
Jehovah's Witnesses regularly spend out millions in the High Courts paying for child molestation cases. Jehovah's Witnesses, Brother Let says
Are you willing to do anything about this matter?
No.
No?
Pay so much. These elders for allowing child molesters to molest children of Jehovah's Witnesses. Please protect them. Please protect Jehovah's Witnesses.
Yes.
What
Don't
would you
lose your
like to
temper
say?
again, will
You're
you?
not allowed to say anything. See, that man told you. You got to keep your mouth shut. You got to do what Watchtower Bible and Tract Society says. Keep quiet about child molesting. Hide it under the carpet like your fellow elders. You're not allowed to say anything. Orders from Watchtower Bible and Tract Society.
By the way,
Well, we'd like to say
when the
goodbye
meeting
now.
has started, we will be leaving, so there's no need to call the police.
Yeah,
We're
you
not
don't
here
need
to
to phone the
disturb the
police, we
peace.
go in.
We're here to
Police
let you
know
know
us.
about the child molestering that gets swept under the carpet. Well, what you doing
Well,
standing
we're
out
not
here then?
singing, eh? There's no singing going on.
And there's still
at the
people
moment.
walking
These
in there at the
people aren't
moment.
there. These poor children aren't there yet.
Wasting police time.
Jehovah's Witnesses pay out
Caught it on camera.
for child
Oh dear,
molesting.
what a
Don't
mistake
leave your
you're
children with
making,
any of
sir.
these elders or ministerial
I just
servants.
told you that we're
They're not
leaving as soon as the
trusted.
meeting started, and he still continues to ring the police. Okay, caught him on camera. Good luck with that.
And goodbye.
And goodbye. See you maybe kicking out time or something. Yeah, it's an important message we're trying to put across here, mate. Okay, take a look. No? I'm not.
See you again, mate.
I'm not just
It's been
fellow,
nice
you know.
seeing you,
You can talk.
talking
You can
to
talk
you.
to me.
Nice letting see
I'm
people
not. I'm
know
not the devil.
how Christian you are.
Proper Christians. Proper Christians. He smiles when I say that.
We
Look,
enjoy this.
he knows.
We'll be back
He
this
knows he's in a
afternoon. Tell
mind
Chris Ainsley
control
be
cult.
paying him a visit this afternoon.
Yeah, we like Chris.
Yeah.
He stood up in court,
Yeah, Chris stood up like a man in court.
told a load of lies.
Jehovah's Witness.
You got some more latecomers.
Come on, you latecomers. Come on into the congregation. Please bring your money with you. Brother Let says there's more going out than there is coming in.
Who's knocking at your door?
Because they're having to pay for
It could be an abuser that's gone unreported.
Cool.
They come to your house dressed neatly, wearing a smile.
Brooklyn was sold for $1 billion.
They knock on your door with a Bible in hand, ready to share their knowledge with you. I'll share my knowledge if you share your cake. That looks lovely.
When they're selling,
That looks tasty, doesn't it?
when they're selling branch offices all over Europe.
We don't get cake at the Dover one.
Branch offices
That's
are being sold. London
proper.
branch office was shut down because of known child molesters on it. They allowed child molesters to go freely from one congregation to another. Stop sending out child molesters. When children come to you crying that have been molested, phone the police. They're the experts. Phone the police.
Bon voyage.